Now we'll be solving this question on uncertainty. Don't forget that whenever we are solving a question, we make use of all the formulas and understand the symbol. This symbol here means uncertainty in P, while the second symbol means percentage uncertainty in P. These are the rules that we obey when solving questions on uncertainty. We've solved these examples already. Now we are going to the third example. Collie applies a force of 20 plus or minus 0.3 Newton on a ball for 2 plus or minus 0.4 seconds. Calculate the impulse given to the ball. Note that impulse equals to force times time. So we were given the formula impulse equals to force multiplied by time. So we have to multiply these two. What is the force? The force is 20 plus or minus 0.3 Newton. So the force is 20 plus or minus 0.30 Newton. And the time is 2 plus or minus 0.04 seconds. What's the formula for impulse? Force multiplied by time. So am I just going to multiply these two values? No. Why? Because I have the absolute uncertainty of each of these values. So I have to start by getting the percentage uncertainty. I have to get the percentage uncertainty in the impulse, okay? And how do I get that? The percentage uncertainty in impulse equals to percentage uncertainty in force, percentage uncertainty in force, plus percentage uncertainty in time. So the first thing I will do is to get the percentage uncertainty in the force, then I get the percentage uncertainty in the time. Let's go. Percentage uncertainty in force equals to what? How do you get percentage uncertainty? I will divide the uncertainty in force by the absolute value of the force, okay? And then I multiply this by 100%. What's the uncertainty in the force? The uncertainty in the force is 0.3. 0.30, of course, that's 0.3. Divide by the absolute value of the force, which is 20. And then I multiply this by 100%. If I use my calculator to evaluate this, I will get 1.5%. What about the percentage uncertainty in time? Percentage uncertainty in time is the uncertainty in time divided by the absolute value of the time multiplied by 100%. Yes. So what is the uncertainty in the time? If you look at the question, we are given the uncertainty in time as this is the uncertainty in time, 0.04 seconds. So I have 0.04 divided by the absolute value of the time. The absolute value of the time is 2. And then I multiply this by 100%. If I use my calculator to evaluate this, I will get 2%. Okay? Or you say 2.0%. It's the same thing. So by the time you want to calculate the percentage uncertainty in impulse now, I will add the percentage uncertainty in force with the percentage uncertainty in time. What's percentage uncertainty in force? 1.5. So I want to get this now. So the percentage uncertainty in impulse equals to, I will add this, which I've already gotten to be 1.5, plus the percentage uncertainty in time, which I've gotten to be 2% plus 2. Add this together, I'll get 3.5%. That's the percentage uncertainty in impulse. So now that I've gotten the percentage uncertainty in impulse, I have to go back and express it as absolute value. Absolute uncertainty in impulse equals to percentage uncertainty in impulse multiplied by absolute value of impulse divided by 100. Have I gotten the absolute value of impulse? No. How do I get the absolute value of impulse? Impulse is just force times time. What is the force? This is the absolute value of the force. What's the time? The absolute value of time is 2. So to get the impulse, I'll just multiply the absolute value of the force, which is 20. So I'm supposed to start with that. Absolute value of the force is 20 multiplied by absolute value of the time. Absolute value of the time is 2. 20 multiplied by 2, I will get 40 Newton seconds. So now that I have the absolute value of the impulse and I'm looking for the percentage value of the impulse, I will just do the absolute value of the impulse, absolute uncertainty in impulse is percentage uncertainty in impulse, which I have as 3.5%. I will multiply it by the absolute value of the impulse, which I have already gotten to be 40. Okay, absolute value of the impulse, I've calculated it to be 40 Newton seconds. And then I'll divide this by 100. Hence, the absolute value of the impulse will be 1.4 Newton seconds. That's the absolute uncertainty. Okay, this symbol means absolute uncertainty. So this is the absolute uncertainty in the impulse. So don't forget that impulse equals to force times time. Okay, so the impulse equals to, don't forget that what I did here is just the absolute value of the impulse absolute value. Okay, and the impulse equals to absolute value of the impulse plus uncertainty in impulse. That's how you get it. Okay, that's how you solve questions on uncertainty. You add the absolute value plus the uncertainty. The absolute value of the impulse is 40 Newton seconds, 40, then I'll do plus or minus my uncertainty, which is 1.4 Newton seconds. And this is the answer to this question. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to this channel.